Modern Mahjong's here with a quick video review. This is a follow-up to our Payment Simplified by Modern Mahjong's post yesterday. We received so many messages, compliments, questions, and feedback about the post, and we wanted to share it with you in video form. We realized that when it comes to Mahjong, there's no one-size-fits-all style of play. There's over 40 versions of the game, and there's something for everyone. Within National Mahjong League play, there are a variety of ways to enjoy the game. Some players prefer rules, official rules. They follow them to a T. Others adopt a more relaxed approach. Many groups incorporate house rules, and some play the way that they were taught, whether or not they realize that they may not align with the official rules. We love seeing so many new players embrace the game, and we're here, both wherever you're listening to this, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, to clear up confusion and help everyone play with confidence. We teach and create visuals like this based on official rules. If you haven't checked it out yet, we invite you to check out our visual companion guide for American Mahjong available on Amazon. By teaching official rules, players can enjoy games wherever they live and travel and can easily recognize house rules. We hope that you enjoyed this quick video going over payment. Let's start with Player A threw a tile. Player B called that discard for the win. One understanding an overall theme with payment, one player at least always pays double. So in this case, the only player that pays double is player A. They discarded the tile. Player B called that discard. Their hand contained jokers, so the value was only doubled for player A. Player C and D pay the single value. And just to start at the very beginning, all hands to the very right of the hand will say a value and then have the letter X or C. C is concealed, and you can only either pick or call your final 14th tile for the win. X is exposed, and you could think about all those separate groupings as building blocks that you could expose along the way until you have Mahjong. But keep in mind, you could only expose groups of 3 or more identical tiles until you have Mahjong. So you can never call a single, a tile to be used in a group of singles, or a pair until it's Mahjong. And then you could call any current discard, even a single a tile for a group of singles or a pair for the win. But that is, you can never call a discarded joker. It's a dead tile. So let's move on. What happens if player A throws a tile and player B calls that discard for a win? And it's a jokerless hand, but keep in mind it's a jokerless hand that's not in the singles and pairs section. We'll get to that next. Player A here pays double for throwing and double again for jokerless. So a 25-cent hand for player A would be 50 cents, doubled again, $1. In this case, players C and D pay double, 50 cents. And they only pay that double because it's jokerless. No one pays single in this situation. Now the same as the last one, but this time it's a jokerless hand and it's in the singles and pairs section. Well, by definition, that entire section is titled singles and pairs. There are no pungs or kongs in that section. Even if tiles are pushed together and smushed together really tight by the league, that doesn't make them a pung or a kong. So all of those, no jokers, and the value is higher than the 25 cent, usually at least 50 cents. So in this case, it already incorporates the difficulty of not being able to use jokers, so no one pays double-double. Player A pays double for throwing the winning tile, and player C and D pay the regular value of 50 cents. Next up, what if player B self-picks their win by picking the tile from the wall and there were jokers in that hand? In this case, since there were jokers, no one pays double-double, but all 3 other players pay double because it was a self-pick win. So for a 25-cent hand, they'd all pay 50 cents. No one in this case plays single. Next up, what if they have a self-picked jokerless win? And once again, we're clarifying this is in any section other than singles and pairs. In this case, everybody else pays double-double. So a 25-cent hand would be doubled to 50 cents for the self-pick, doubled again for jokerless. So no one pays double and no one pays single in this case. Same situation as before, but this time it's a self-picked jokerless win in the singles and pairs section. Like we said before, the value is already incorporated, so there is no double-double for jokerless since it has to be jokerless. So A, C, and D all pay $1 for double the value. No one here pays single. What about a joker exchange for the win? In this case, let's say player B picked a tile, or they called a discard, completed that exposure, and then they did a joker exchange. And that joker exchange cannot be added to any prior exposure, but along with the tiles in the sloping part of their rack, gave them Mahjong. In this case, it can't be jokerless because they just exchanged for a joker, so there's no double-double. But all three players pay double. It is considered by the league to be a self-picked win if the last move you make is a joker exchange to give you the win. So in this case, no one pays single. Please note that we are sharing the rules and we are not giving advice on whether it's legal to play for money in your jurisdiction. Please check laws in your area. And even where permitted by law, and we know this by experience, some people listening might get a chuckle out of this, but some public venues do not permit playing for money, and you might be asked to leave or stop playing for money. Some groups play for a pie, either spelled P-I-E, P-I, or P-Y. And some people remember this because P-I-E could be known as purse is empty. This is a limit that everybody could lose during the round of play. If you go pie, if you stop having any money to pay out, once you win a hand or two and you have money back in your hand, then you start paying out in future games. So you have a $10 pie, you lose all $10, you win the next hand, you now have $3. The next game that somebody wins, you pay out of those winnings. It's important to discuss house rules. Some groups do have house rules about certain throwing to 3 exposures, or if they play with a house rule of a hot wall. If they play with a house rule, sometimes that money is not included in the pie, and that comes separately out of a separate fund. So discuss that before you get playing. For wall games, some groups also have a house rule where you pay into a kitty for each wall game. So let's say your group decides you're all going to pay 50 cents for a wall game. It's really important to discuss also, how do you win that kitty? Some groups, it's as simple as the next person that wins a game gets the kitty. Other groups make it more difficult and require it to be a certain winning hand or a self-picked hand or a jokerless hand. So a great idea to discuss this. And sometimes if different people disagree, then whoever's hosting that day gets to decide how you win the kitty. Finally, we're discussing payment, but we really didn't get into better. And if it would be helpful, let us know. We'll do a whole video like this just on betting. But to summarize, if you're playing with the fifth player as a bettor, they basically step into the shoes of whoever they bet on. If they don't bet on the winner, so that person has to pay out. So let's say the bettor bets on player A doesn't win, and player A has to pay 50 cents. Then the bettor has to also pay 50 cents. On the other hand, if they bet on the person that wins, everybody pays double to the winner, and then they split that payment with the bettor. And the reason that the league said this on their frequently asked for FAQ page on their website is, let's say somebody is playing with pie and doesn't have the full amount to pay each the bettor and the winner. By paying the winner and having them split it, you avoid somebody being short for the payment. This video was created by us, Modern Mahjong, to simplify rules, eliminate confusion, and allow everyone to play with confidence. You are definitely welcome to share this graphic and this video, but please, we work very hard on creating these, and this is our work product that we do not want altered, copied, and unfortunately, we see our words on other fonts and other pages. It's very frustrating because this is our hard work that we create these text and visuals. So please share, but if you do, share in its entirety. We invite you to join us on Facebook. Our group is Mahjong Community, and our YouTube is Modern Mahjong. Contact us at modernmahjong@gmail.com if you want to coordinate presentations. We do strategy sessions in person and online, classes and events. We thank you for your support of our women-owned small business, Modern Mahjong, and invite you to shop our curated collection of Mahjong and Canasta gifts and accessories. Our visual companion guide is available on Amazon. So the entire PDF of this is available either if you're on our Facebook group in the Files tab, or you could go directly to bit.ly/payment by Modern Mahjong. And if you're not familiar with bit.ly links, they're just shorteners. The P, the M, and the M are all capital. They are case-sensitive links. So you could print that out. If you're looking to come to a fun event, we have one coming up in BOCA. That is actually this Wednesday, so depending on when you see this, it might have already passed. In Sarasota, we have one on March 19th. We have events in Aventura on March 3rd, as well as April 7th. These are all great events where you could play Mahjong or Canasta and meet other players in the area, and they're charities we donate to Alzheimer's Association at these events. Reviews are in for our visual companion guide for American Mahjong. It's available on Amazon. And if you're looking to learn Canasta, check out Modern American Canasta, the complete guide. Modern American Canasta is having a party to celebrate the second anniversary of publishing our guide, and that's on March 23rd, 2025, and you could register and join us. It's a free Zoom. You could register at bit.ly/all caps RSVP, and then C in Canasta is capital, and then the number 2. Or you could just freeze this video and scan that little helpful QR code. Our annual card review is coming up sooner than you know it. It's April 7th. We are hosting a card review with Barney Glassio, and it's going to be an informative and entertaining event as always. You could register by that link, and since we believe that we almost have 3,000 players signed up already, we believe that we are going to go to a webinar. So if you would like to be a sponsor of the webinar, you could send us an email, or you could go directly to modernmahjong.com and just type in the word sponsorship in the search bar, and you could sponsor our wonderful event. We really appreciate your support of our Women on Small Business and invite you to check out our website. If this is helpful, we invite you to stay connected, like, comment, save, and share. As you know, there's so much information out there, and we do these and take the time to come up with posts and visuals and videos that are official rules, so you could determine if this is how you want to play, or if you and your group want to create house rules. But this way you'll recognize them and you'll up your game. With that, have a great day and a great game.